Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Homan, and I'm bringing you another Facebook Live experience here from my office at Canopy Pediatrics in Tallahassee, Florida. Today is going to be the third A in my series, which is Allow, where you allow the newborn baby to latch him or herself with the help of the instincts of the breastfeeding parent. So this builds on my previous videos. The first one was S.O.S, which you can see on my website, which is how the breastfeeding parent, where it's the ideal body positioning for the breastfeeding parent. And then the first two A's, and now we're going to Allow. And then this Thursday at 7 p.m., I will do Adjust, which is very important. So again, let's begin. All right. So I'm going to go back to foundation. Sorry, I forgot to silence my phone there. So as I was saying, I'm going back to foundation. And babies need a strong body foundation because their neck has to support their jaw and their mouth when they suck. And if their head and neck is not well supported by their body, then they may bite down or get tired. So look at this little baby in the picture here. You see that, oh gosh, he's like on his all fours, his neck is up and he's kind of scrunched over, and that's hard work for him. I mean, babies, they sleep all day because it's hard work nursing. So as I've said in other videos, especially the A for Against, the baby needs a strong foundation. Mainly that is having the baby's chest against the nursing parent and supported by that so that the neck can move up and down and not have to worry about, supporting the body. All right, next picture. The other important concept that we've talked about is, you can call it drag or just tension or pulling, is if the baby feels the breast kind of pulling up in one way or pulling across or pulling down, the baby will have to suck and hold the breast in her mouth. And that's a lot of work for a newborn baby. Also, the baby might bite down on the breast, which we don't want the nursing parent to have pain. And when does this happen? This can happen when a nursing parent is holding her breast and then her arm begins to be tired and the breast will slide down and the baby will feel like, oh my gosh, I feel it pulling, I gotta just grab onto it. Or they'll get tired and won't eat as much. And a lot of times parents will move their breast to the baby will latch on, then they'll just let go. Then the baby will feel that pull. So ideally the breast should just sit in the parent's mouth. And again, this is review from the previous videos. You can go back and watch those videos at my website or my Facebook page. So now let's go on to the meat of this video. So allow. So we want to allow the baby to latch herself. And this is pretty difficult because we want to see, or we've been taught to see in our culture, the baby open her mouth big, get a big deep latch. But it does seem like from research that if we can let the baby latch him or herself and then have the nursing parent support the baby in this process, we can find a more comfortable, productive latch. But different things work for different people, but this seems to be more successful. So first, you want to start by having the baby's head near the nursing parent's breast. Like the nursing parent's breast and nipple should be touching the baby just somewhere, or the baby should be between the breasts. So when the baby kind of wakes up or feels hungry, you can do this start when the baby's, maybe hasn't eaten in 2 to 3 hours and it'll be waking up soon, or just when it's time to eat, you can start by placing the baby's face, head, somewhere where they can feel and smell the nipple or breast. That way they can move themselves over. And the baby should also be positioned kind of like how we've said in the previous two videos. And again, this will activate the baby's instincts. So here's two examples. You see in the bottom left picture that the baby's happy and the mom has the baby's cheek right against her nipple. And that baby, when the baby starts getting excited and hungry, the baby can just kind of move over and just find the nipple and start nursing. And in the other one, you see the baby may not seem quite as interested, sucking on her little finger there, and that's okay. Try so hard to not be in a hurry. This is a slow process. Let it happen. I heard someone say one time, when we go out to eat with our friends, we don't just sit down and immediately eat. We kind of sit, we hang out, we get ready to eat, we talk about things. Similar with the baby, it probably would want to sit there and just kind of hang out with his parent for a little bit. And then as the nursing instinct kicks in, they both help the baby find the nipple. And these are two ways that you can rest the baby near the breast. There's a myriad of examples. You can think of a ton of ways that they can be near each other. All right, baby hunting. So this is when a lot of nursing parents seem to get a little anxious, is when the baby starts to bob his or her little head around, looking for the breast, looking for the nipple, looking for the areola. But this is totally natural. And if you've given the baby a strong base, then their head is free to bob and move around and turn and go left and right. And while the baby's doing this, the nursing parent, go ahead and use your instincts. Don't be worried. You may need to put your arm a little bit under the baby's neck to get it this way a little bit, or hold the body this way or that way a little bit. Go ahead and try that. A few things that you should not do is definitely don't push on the baby's head, because babies, if they feel the hand on the back of their head, they'll want to push back the opposite way. If you feel like you need to give a little force, to get the baby a little closer, you can push between the shoulder blades a little bit. That's the main thing, is just don't kind of push the baby's head down. Let the baby hunt, look around, and find the breast. And you see in this picture that, picture one is a way you can start. The head of the baby and the cheek are just resting against the nipple. And then, as you see in 2, the baby's kind of maybe starting to feel the urge to nurse and kind of moves toward it. And then with 3 is one of those head bobs, and 4 comes down on the breast. And in real life, it won't work that simple. It'll probably go from 1 to 2 to 3, back to 2, back to 1 to 2 to 3, maybe go to 4 a little bit, and go back to 3 and 2, and then finally the baby will stay at 4. And it's not all there to cause stress, but that's how nature works, and it can be pretty difficult, so hang in there. All right, so some more review. Once the baby's on, check for the good alignment. You want the nose either against the breast or just above, the 2 cheeks touching, so that you know that the baby's symmetric onto the breast, like we talked about, and the chin buried in, as you see in these pictures. And remember, don't worry, the baby will not suffocate. That nose is stiff. For those of you that have had a baby with a cold, you see how babies cough and gag when they can't breathe and the mucus is in there. So don't worry, your baby will not suffocate breastfeeding. You want that breast buried on them. And remember, if you pull the breast back to look at the lips, the baby will feel the tension and is more likely to bite to hold the breast from pulling back. We'll talk in the next video, about how a nursing parent can find a very productive position and hold. So again, once you've got the baby on, you can check also, in addition to the face, check the spine for alignment. You see in this picture, this baby's got great alignment from the neck down. The head's not twisted, the spine's not twisted. And as I had said before, you do want probably a little bit of the head kind of back, a little bit, and a tiny bit of what we'll call extension. So don't forget to check for that. All right, so that's it. In recap, try to get the baby to the breast area the baby's head to the breast area before the baby's upset. And if the baby gets upset, we don't do things well when we're upset. Babies don't either. Really try to calm the baby down, do some skin to skin, maybe give the baby to the other nursing parent for some skin to skin. But then when the baby's calm, get back to the mouth, head, face near the breast, and then, start using your instincts to support the baby as he or she latches onto the breast. Great. So that was the allow. And again, next week, you see at the bottom, or not next week, this Thursday at 7 p.m., we will be going over adjust, which is very critical and important. So again, this was Dr. Russell Homan at Canopy Pediatrics here in Tallahassee, Florida. You can, call me at 850-701-9652 with any questions, or send me questions on Facebook. Thank you for watching, and let me see if there's been any questions. It doesn't look like there's any questions, so we will end the video now, but hope to see you guys again on Thursday.